everyone, welcome back on the channel. I'm glad to have you here. Today it is episode 2 of my Mea She'arim build, and this time we're gonna furnish these doors. I'm glad to have you here. If you have not seen my shell build and if you want to pause this video now, I'll post the link up there, and if you already seen it, then stay here. Watch this video, click the like, and then also click the subscribe button if you haven't done it just yet. This video will come with other episodes because, as I said, even in the shell build, it has taken about 5 to 6 days for me to furnish up the whole build. So stay with me, or go back, check the shell, and come back on this one. Today we're gonna do like a bakery sort of thing, and then next door we're gonna build a clothing store as well. So this is the first store which I have started to furnish up, and in here obviously, like, I added tables, etc., where all my little Jewish Sims can take a seat and enjoy the bakery or the goods. The furnishing itself is not quite traditional. I have not really checked millions of photos. I know that these bakeries are cluttered up with posters and etc. in the hasidic world. What I've learned from the document films and etc., like, in the traditional way, Hasidic people not supposed to use internet either. It is just for the matter of fact that it takes, like, they cannot focus that much to follow the rules of God. It is coming up like this same thing comes up apparently with different things, but it is included that the internet would take their focus away from this, what they supposed to do all day, whole day. So as far as I've seen in the documentaries, that they do use smartphones, don't take me wrong, and they do use bits and bobs, but not necessarily go onto the internet really often. And on the street, in the stores, everywhere, you can see lots of posters. Like, if you look up a video about Mea She'arim, let's say, you're gonna see lots of posters. That's their news board, how ours was in a couple of years ago, because no such a thing as internet or computer in the homes. Then posters, that's how they got the news, that's how they learned about the new things, what's happening around. And obviously these posters are produced by the Hasidic people. I assume it's going to be all checked by rabbi or etc. what they are posting. So that's why all the walls are cluttered with lots of information, I guess. But I was trying, because there are not a lot of posters which I actually can use in this point, as lots of posters in Sims, if you have not seen, that they contain women and not really moderated, like modestly dressed up women photos or etc. Check it. If you don't trust me, check it. It is what it is. But yeah, so the bakery, I try to furnish it up like a bit old style. Definitely have not used any modern style or such a thing. Got the comfort of tables to sit down. Got the retail part to be able to sell. Obviously, like, this lot, I've marked it as a residential lot, but I'm now thinking, like, because of all the furnishing, etc., you'll see it even when I'm trying, like I was trying to do the walkthrough, that my frame rate drops heavily. It is because of the amount of clutter. Not speaking about when I had a little issue, okay, so I had to re-download this whole lot from the gallery, and apparently when I re-downloaded it, it lost like 88 items, I guess, including doors, etc. So if within the walkthrough, if the build looks differently from what you've seen in this part where I was furnishing up, I am terribly sorry. But that's how it is, because I had some problems. I mentioned that I had some problems with Sims as well, like I had to reinstall it at least 2 times in the last week or so since I've built this. So yeah, sorry. But as you can see now, I'm trying to add all the clutters, bits, bobs, posters, everything. I have tried to add cakes, etc. If you have not, like, as I said, I've been in Israel, but not quite, like I've been only for a couple of hours in Tel Aviv, and I haven't had the chance of trying a like traditional bakery. But because I am from Hungary, if you have not guessed it yet, I am, and in Hungary there are lots of Jewish stores, lots of Jewish people, and I have had the luck of having Jewish bakery and stuff like that. It is spot on, it is amazing, especially as they are using kosher, like really clean stuff, and they like their sweet goods. Oh wow, if you have not tried it, please take a look around your local area. It is absolutely not sponsored by anyone, so it's just like Google, check who is the next door bakery to you and try some, because they are delicious. So on here, last touches for the bakery, just got some lamps. I have realized when I was building this whole thing that I left it quite dark, so I am terribly sorry, but I'm hoping, guys, that you can see still what I've built in here. And then I'm still trying to look up a tiny bit of clutter, and I also stick some cigarettes on the table. I'm sorry if you're a youngster, but yeah, that's what I've seen. Like in the hasidic parts, there are lots and lots of people who are smoking. It is quite regular, I guess, in between the men, obviously not quite the women, but there are a few of them. So as I had it as a clutter, you'll see that within this build I'm gonna use cigarette boxes and lighters and ashtrays quite often as a clutter. And then our second store for today is a fashion store. Now with fashion, it is a little bit different in the hasidic part. I was trying to watch documentaries about their fashion since I've done the cast video of my Jewish couple, and I realized that I might have done a bit of a mistake. But anyway, for Hasidic male, they tend to wear their suits, black hat and white shirts with black. It is mainly black suit. There are there are different suits which they wear, it depending on where they originated. But mainly that's what they wear. They are not going fancy. They don't really change like colors, etc. What they said in one of the videos, that it is kind of a uniform. It is something where they don't have to think. That's what they put together, and that uniforms them to. They can relate to each other. And even anyone on the street will know that they are Hasidic. They live their life to follow the rules of God. That's it. Then with women in the ultra-Orthodox religion, they have to dress modesty, and that's what I understood, and that's where the mistake might come through. I'm not sure what I've added onto Miriam as a bottom, but Hasidic women not supposed to wear trousers at all, only shirts, which covers their knees, and the longer is the better. Their sleeves should be quite long. I think it should cover the elbow as well, but if not, then I'm sorry, but I think it should do. And obviously no no showing up skin. High neck is the best. And when they are young, that's fine, they just wear their hair however they wanted it. But once they get married, which is, as far as I've learned, it is usually happening in between their 18 to 21 age, and once they got married, then they're supposed to cover their hair. It could be anything between a wig or a scarf, obviously. Now with the wig, it is like a little bit newer style, I think, and not all the Hasidic men prefers their wives to wear wig, but it is usually in the end of the day, that's the women's choice. So in this store, I'm sorry, I'm always just go on a different part. So in this store, that's literally, it is fashion store, but I may or may not build a wig store as well in the future. So if you want to see that one, then please just hit the subscribe button, follow these episodes, and then if you stay with me, then I appreciate it. If not, then don't worry. But at least you see what I've added into Mea She'arim. But in here, I've added, it is rather a normal fashion store, I guess. But and I've added male clothes as well. Now it is not fully clear for me whether in the Hasidic area there would be any mixed and matched stores. I was following a different documentaries which belongs to just standard average Orthodox Jewishes, not the ultra Orthodox ones, and they had I think they had unisex stores, so either male or female could have gone in, but it is mainly obviously the female part where they love to dress up, even if it has to be modesty, and covering everything, etc. But you can still add bits and bobs. And also, not documentaries, but I've started to watch a few YouTubers who are probably Hasidic or know a bit more of this area. And it is standard that they are wearing high brands and they are happy to spend on what they wear. So fashion stores are absolutely something what you would find everywhere in the Hasidic area. So in here I'm just adding obviously there are not a lot of clothing rack, and I was not keen to add more CC to my game for the minute because it takes ages until it boots up. So I just went mainly with the EA stuff to add bits and bobs, but because there was not a lot, then I just started to add a tiny bit of household goods as well, as you can see. And also obviously the standalone boots, they are CC. So if you wanted to download this lot, you can do it. There is a bit of CC in it. You can replace it, I think, and then it is absolutely playable. But in my gallery, please look for including CC builds, because all my builds are including at least one. So yeah, just watch out for it. But I'm happy if you wanted to use it. Bear in mind it's a huge build and it takes up all the frame rate, all. There is no escape. So yeah, on here I'm adding additional bits and bobs. As I said, I was focusing on to add clutter, enormous amount of clutter. So in here, what I thought, what I've seen in these films, that in the fashion stores, They do have areas where they can try, like fitting rooms obviously, but where they actually can try. I could have added a fitting room, couldn't I? Now as I'm watching back the video and talking you guys through on what I was thinking of the whole build, yeah, you're right. If you spotted it, I have not added a fitting room. I could have. Anyway, it's not happening now. But yeah, but I've added this little rug area where they can sit down, have a chat, try on, show off. So let's say, like, let's keep it for women. Let's not do it for like a unisex part. Yeah, especially if they have to dress right in the middle of the store. Hey, anyway. So in here, even if you see like all these photos which I'm trying to add, it does include women and not necessarily modesty dressed. So there are not a huge amount of things what I can do. Oh, and I see I've added like little bits and bobs. On the walkthrough, you're gonna see that that wall is different now, because the game, when I re-downloaded it, just decided to get rid of all even EA build stuff. So not really sure what happened, but I guess it's the enormous amount what messed up my build. So we are almost in the end, just trying to clutter it up even further and more, as you can see. I think that's the reason why it took me days and weeks long to create this build. But I'm really hoping you enjoyed this video today and you're gonna stay with me for the next one, and feel like, please have fun to check the walkthrough. I wish you a lovely day, guys. Bye.